WWE 2K22 for whatever platform you play in your games on. I'll have that for you later on.
I would like the board game version.
Yes. Let me find that for you, courtesy of Milton Bradley. Comedian Liz Mealy is going to be here tomorrow. She's very funny. She's doing the weekend at Hilarities. If you listen to this show on iHeartRadio, tell me where you are. Out of state, make sure you're on the map. I have people who listen in other cities and don't hit me up for a long time. They'll go, hey, I've been in Des Moines for 10 years, and I never thought to hit you up until now. I say, well, better late than never. Eric is one of our bureau chiefs in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hey!
Mary was just there.
I was.
Have I ever told you about the Fox Island Nature Preserve in Fort Wayne, Indiana? Justin is a bureau chief in Honolulu. Nick listens in Blacksburg, Virginia. Ryan's a new listener in Seattle.
Be careful if you're singing karaoke out there in Hawaii.
Oh, Ezra Miller, right? Yeah, that guy's trouble.
Up by the Flash.
That guy's trouble.
He's had a bunch of incidents like that.
Sure. Choked out a fan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seems like kind of a putz.
Yeah.
But he's the Flash. I'm sorry. They are the Flash. Isn't he non-binary?
Yes, they are the Flash.
They are the Flash. Oh, let me lay this out for you. We have a lot of bureau chiefs in the greater Cincinnati area, by the way. And there is a town about 20 minutes north of downtown, suburban Cincinnati. It's called Mount Healthy. And they found a...
healthy in quotation marks? Like, oh, it's Mount Healthy.
And there were... somebody found a box of human bones in a garage. They say were used in some kind of weird ritual. The neighbors, by the way, seemed relatively nonplussed about the whole thing. So maybe this is the kind of thing that is not unexpected in a town like Mount Healthy. But who knows?
It's very odd, certainly. It's not something you expect to see in your backyard.
A box of bones discovered in a neighbor's garage.
I'm curious to learn more about it, sure.
The more neighbors learned, the more bizarre the story seemed. Last night, another neighbor heard kids in the alley behind his home. He walked out to see what was going on.
When he entered that garage area, he observed a box, which he looked at and saw the human remains, became concerned, took the box, went home, called the police.
As the police investigation unfolded, detectives learned...
Did he say he took the box home?
Yeah. Them bones. He stole them bones.
I believe these bones belong to me.
Took the box, went home, called the police.
As the police investigation unfolded, detectives learned more than a century ago, Ohio prisons would sell unclaimed bodies.
My understanding is that back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, that it was not unusual for unclaimed cadavers to be able to be purchased for various uses.
Chief Vince DeMasi says it appears...
Various uses.
Yeah.
Oh, the late 1800s were a wild time. Various uses.
In this case, the remains ended up in the hands of the Independent Order of Oddfellows, and the organization would use the remains in its rituals.
They actually had a lodge here in Mount Healthy,
near Hamilton Avenue and Compton Road. The family that ran a grocery store on the first floor of the building eventually purchased it, cleaned it out before it was torn down, found the bones, named them Frida, and put them in this garage where they sat, likely for decades.
And I got to tell you, it's one of the more bizarre cases in my 40-plus year history that we've ever...
They named the bones Frida?
Apparently.
Come, Frida. I wonder why a female name.
I feel like people do that. They associate...
Like a boat or a car, they name it with... And then
Yeah.
boat, car, skeleton, all female names. Interesting. That's the way it works out for them?
Likely for decades.
And I got to tell you, it's one of the more bizarre cases in my 40-plus year history that we've ever stumbled across. I don't know exactly what to think about it, but I tend to believe it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube.
I don't know what to think about it, but I tend to believe it. All right, so they found an old box of bones somebody took off with that belonged to the Independent Order of Odd Fellows.
Yeah, but like, how... How often are you finding bones that you're just like, we'll name this one Frida. What letter are we on? They're naming them like storms every time they find.
Yeah, I'm gonna name this one Frida. Hey man, you haven't seen what I've done with these bones
Next
yet.
one's Gilda.
Gilda, and then Harriet,
Yeah.
Ida, Jane. Frida's a good name. You don't hear Frida all
Frida's
that
good,
often anymore.
But would you keep the bones if you found you buy a new place or you are somehow like come across bones and you can legally have them? Are you keeping them?
I'm selling that house.
No, I keep them.
If I buy a house and I find human bones in it, I'm
But
selling
it's
that
completely
house.
innocuous. It's not like, I mean, from the late 1800s, it's not like a body that was buried there in like the 70s or
You
something.
don't know.
No, they
How do
said
you-
from the late 1800s.
But you don't know how that person was killed. This goes back to the murder house.
Oh, I see.
That
In
could
the
be a
garage,
prize.
though?
It could be a prize.
In the garage.
Yeah.
You wouldn't bleach them and display them and...
Well, they could have killed them in the house
Yeah.
and then just put the bones in the garage
All right,
for
well-
safekeeping.
Oh, I see. Safekeeping.
So
Yeah.
say they weren't killed. They're like
This isn't a murder.
yes, they're legally acquired bones from a prison. As
For various
Yeah.
uses,
I don't need
as
that
they
in my
said.
house. I don't want that. I'd get id of them. Give them to science or something. I'd call, hello, science? I have bones for you.
Is this science? This is the president of the world.
Maybe you've heard of me.
Is this science?
I've stumbled on some bones.
Is this the army? My name's Poundcake. I'm picking up the phone for the army.
Would you keep them?
Remember Frida, the singer? Hey, remember this song? She had one big hit. She was the biggest solo hit that came out of ABBA.
no, I don't know this song.
This is Phil Collins playing the drums. Back when he could do that. A huge top 40 hit. Her name is Frida. It's called There's Something Going On. A cool song. 84, 85 maybe?
yeah, I'm keeping the bones though.
The Independent
gonna do with
Order...
them?
The Independent Order of Odd Fellows, though, is a wild name.
Rituals, like they said. Keep those rituals going. I put them as a display in my home studio. All sorts of fun stuff you can do with bones.
You can put a candle in a
I just have to
skull.
keep.
you know.
Whoopsie! Put Frida down.
She's
not
walking
yours,
around with
yeah.
a femur in her
Yeah.
mouth.
Whoopsie would love that.
Sure.
She'd have a good time with those bones. Gnawing on them.
Does she like bones?
Yeah. she's a
I don't know
dog.
if you've given. Yeah, but I don't know. Some dogs don't like bones. Not all
likes-
dogs like real bones. They might like that raw hide. That's not bone.
Well, I don't give her rawhide because that's bad for her. But I give her. Sometimes she'll get a rib bone, but I got to keep an eye on her because she will destroy it.
Oh, like
It's
dog
also
food.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also
Well,
lear-
not like that because those ones she'll actually eat and that's bad for her. Like they're. I think it's actually a beef rib, and so she'll gnaw on that for a couple days and then I throw it out.
It's also learned behavior up there at Squifle Tower too, because Whoopsie has seen her owner slipping a lot of bones up there. Yeah.
I thought you were saying seen her owner
Eat a lot
gnawing
of
on a load
ribs.
of bones. And I was like, oh, where's he going with this one?
Oh. Independent Order of Odd Fellows,
She's
by
not in
the
the
way.
room when I do that, by the way.
She's not in the room?
No.
She doesn't work the camera?
Uh-uh.
This was
automatic.
their purpose, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. Visit the sick, relieve the distressed, bury the dead, and educate the orphan. One of these old mid-1800s
Yeah.
type things. But bury the dead, why were they using bones in their rituals?
I don't know.
It's founded in Baltimore
People are weird, man.
in 1819. And it still might exist.
I would call it an authority.
It was the first fraternity in the United States to include both men and women.
Ooh, very progressive, though.
Yeah.
In the 1800s, nonetheless.
In the 1800s.
Hey, everybody dies, so might as well include them.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty wild. But they have, it still exists. There was a decline in membership during the 20th century, but it started to increase in the 21st century. You know, about the time that everybody started to get, everybody started to embrace all kinds of weirdo ideas and conspiracy theories. This is a great time if you're one of these old-timey fraternal organizations. Probably a great time to come back. The Rosicrucians, all kinds of stuff.
I mean, the KKK had a glow up in the 21st century.
They did have a glow up.
And they're like all but gone. And
Yeah.
then, came back hard.
KKK took my baby away. And then what happened? Alan Cox Show After Hours line. Anytime you leave us a message, please do. It's 216. Oh, hold on. Let me find it here because I have a lot of them. It is 216-986-8903.
I do say yes. Maybe I don't say yes all the time, but I have.
This person has called us before.
Yes.
And I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's a kid. I don't know if it's a guy. I don't know if it's a girl.
Are they?
I'm fascinated.
I do say yes. Maybe I don't say yes all the time, but I have said yes in the past. I've said yes to doing track. I've said yes to being in the play. I've said yes to several things. Maybe if some people would have called me during the pandemic, maybe I wouldn't have gone off the wall. And then somebody...
Is the voice put on? It doesn't. I can't tell if it's put on.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound like helium or anything.
Well, they're
but-
starting in the middle. Do you know what I mean? There's no preamble. We're jumping
there's
right
no hey,
into the
Alan.
middle of the
Yeah,
conversation.
right. Oh, it's off the wall is a great way to describe this. But, you know.
Oh. And then somebody from Cleveland, I'm not mentioning any names, asked me if I wanted to have sex, and I said, well, I said yes, but I should have said no because I'm a virgin.
This has to be put on.
And I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It is very strange, but I'm curious who it is.
Oh.
I picture, you know what I picture
I
with
don't
that
want
voice?
their bones.
I picture one of those small hillbilly ladies with no teeth who their mouth like comes up too far.
Oh, you think this is like an older woman?
I would say that's what I pictured because that's the voice. That voice I associate with no teeth, and I don't know why.
It's so simultaneously indistinct and yet representative of so many different things.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out. I'm
Yeah.
fascinated.
Which reminds me of the lady from Poltergeist.
Zelda Rubinstein.
Yes.
The late.
vibes I get.
Yeah. No, maybe you're right. I mean, on the one hand, she seems positive. On the
She
other
says
hand,
yes a lot.
she does, boy.
They say yes a lot. We don't know it's a girl.
I do say yes. I do say yes. I've said yes to doing track. I've said yes to being in the play. And I've said yes to several things. I do say yes.
She does say yes
Mm-hmm.
to a lot of things. If it's a she,
Yeah, we don't know.
might be a he, might be a they.
I say
Fascinating.
no to a
I'm
lot of
interested. They call a lot?
I mean, once a week
Okay.
Enough regularly.
and context free.
Yes. Start in the middle.
Now,
right
hey, you
into
guys
it.
were talking about something, and I had a thought about that. It's always right in the middle.
Who's that person that wants to have sex with them?
We don't. They could be smoking hot and they just have a messed up voice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You,
true.
you like find them on Tinder and you're like, what the hell's this person
then
doing
they-
on here? And then you show
They
up.
show up and talking.
I say yes a lot.
say
You're like,
yes a
oh,
lot."
don't say anything, please.
Do you look past that?
If they're
How
bang,
hot?
like 10, like a 10.
10?
Yeah.
absolutely.
What
A
about an
Cleveland
8?
10
An
or
8.
like a...
10.
An 8.
Yeah, how far down the scale do you
Pretty.
go?
I'm saying like banging body, okay face.
Are they cool?
No,
they're on
that's their
Tinder.
voice. That's who they are.
Well, that's their voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
their-
mean,
but
they're going
like
to
that-
talk to you about track. And
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, do they like? Is the voice the only thing wrong with them? Like, they're not crazy.
That's the
they're not-
conversation you're going to have.
Oh,
They're jumping in
But they're hot. Super
like
hot.
you were there the whole time.
no.
Yeah. You walk in, they're mid conversation.
So then I was thinking,
Talking about people like using their names like you already know who they
Yeah.
are.
I said yes to Terry. You're like, what? Who's Terry? You doing it, Bill? You're doing it. You know you're doing it.
I
What's the
don't know if I
lowest you
could.
would go? 7?
how low would you go?
For that, that's a crazy voice.
It's a crazy voice.
and that's a crazy person.
But what if you don't know? What if it like really gets you going?
And they
He's
clearly
like,
and they
Well,
clearly
if it's
say
going, then yeah.
and they say yes to a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
things. They're
Say yes
very
to
Do
agreeable.
anything.
Very agreeable.
I might be able to do it once.
One
Just for the
time.
story.
Yeah, I like a good story.
I do say yes.
Picture that. You're behind that.
I do say yes. I've said yes to doing track. I've said yes to being in the play. And I've said yes to several things. I do say yes.
Jason in Lakewood says you have the opportunity to sleep with the hall pass woman of your dreams, you and Bill. But the only way it can happen is if she pegs you first. Would either of you do it?
Of course.
You're gay.
He's not asking you. He's asking Bill, and he's asking me.
Well, I already have a hall pass. I'm single, so I can have sex with whoever I want.
Right.
But it's like, this is my dream lady.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the hottest, like...
Whoever your dream celebrity is. Halle Berry, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Being pegged is
I'll settle for the second hottest.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just trying to think of the lady.
You have to recuse yourself, Pound.
Demi Lovato.
You have
Cardi
no
B?
skin in this game. You have to recuse yourself.
Those are not
No, those are Alan loves Cardi B and Demi Lovato.
I do. Yeah, they're great. I think they're super foxy.
Even Demi Lovato now.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, Kim K, all of them. So weedy.
You wouldn't let them.
They're not pegging me, no.
Is it emasculating, or you just wouldn't want to put
It's
up
not
with
my
the
thing.
pain?
Like, if I dug it, I would totally say, yeah, I don't care, but it's not my thing.
Okay.
Go with...
Who would you let do it?
I'm just trying to think of a girl, like... I'm going to say yes. I'm just trying to think of the girl that I'm letting do it.
Megan Fox?
And then I'll be like, oh, there we go. Megan Fox, yeah.
You would let Megan Fox peg you?
Yeah.
Jesus. She's
hot.
like a 6. Tops.
What? Megan
Yeah.
Fox is a 6?
She got bad skin, bro. Bad skin.
Oh, here we go. Spots Magoo over here
Yeah.
again.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want?
Bad skin.
Yes. Look at her. She's caking it on, son. Yeah.
Who
And
isn't
she-
kicking it on?
A lot of people. And she's got that thumb toe, right? Or that toe thumb?
You're such an ass.
I'm not. She's got a toe thumb.
Yeah, her nail grows like over the top. of
She
it.
got a toe
I'm not
thumb.
worried about her thumbs.
Well, he didn't say what she's going to be pegging you with.
Yeah, well...
If it's in there, you can't see it.
Pegging you with that toe thumb.
Megan
Whatever.
Fox, huh?
I don't know. I can't think. I don't have, like, celebrity obsession, like, these are the hottest people. Like,
Right.
I don't think that way, so... I don't, but I like hot women, so, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'd have to give it some thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And then she's finishing. I'm like, you know what? I'm actually good.
That was great. Thank you.
That's all I needed.
She's like, wait, what?
Yeah, thank you so
No,
much.
That's all I wanted.
I'm glad we settled on number 2 pencil. I got to take a break. I will have those Chris Rock tickets for you as promised. He has set a second date on June 17th to Playhouse Square, but they are not on sale until Friday morning, so you can win them first. If you want a pair, we'll do those coming back. If you want to text for something else, 35192, and you can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.